is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming new moon, which is going to be taking place in the Gemini sign, within Gemini in the Ardra Nakshatra. So now friends, on so many planes, on so many levels, this upcoming new moon is making all of us little bit vulnerable. Now the first sign is that just because it is going to be taking place in the Ardra Nakshatra, the ruler of which is Rahu. And as we all know that just a day before Mars is going to transit in the Aries sign, it is going to get conjunct with Rahu. So right at the time when these kind of transit takes place or these kind of sensitive conjunction takes place in the transit, the energy tend to remain very volatile. And in the case of Mars, because Mars is going to be entering its own Mool Trikona sign after crossing the Gandanta zone as well. So there is going to be a lot of potential of some sudden explosive manifestation of the energy. The second thing is that friends, when we talk about this upcoming new moon degrees, so it is going to be taking place in the Capricorn Navamsa, which as per the calculation is going to be falling as the Ashtamsa Navamsa, which also give rise to very turbulent energies. And lastly friends, basis our Hindu calendar as well, so there is a concept of the Mas Shunya Tithi, like Mas Shunya Tithi, which is on the basis of our lunar dates. There is the concept of the Mas Shunya Nakshatra, and third is the Mas Shunya Chandra Rashi. So Mas is a Hindi term for the month. And when we talk about the moon sign, which is going to be for this specific lunar calendar month which we are currently going through. So we are right now in the Ashad Hindu calendar month, and in this month Gemini sign is going to be connected as the Mas Shunya Chandra Rashi, which is kind of making all the signification, all the transit, any sensitive, turbulent happening taking place in the Gemini sign very vulnerable for all of us. So friends, combining everything and with this new moon alignment, because at the time of the new moon, all of our subconsciousness, our thinking pattern tend to remain very inward. Like beyond doubt, new moon is a very auspicious time for doing any creative work, any recreational work, any therapy, doing meditation, doing yoga, any thoughts and acts of relaxation of therapy is generally considered as very good at the time of the new moon. Like even all the remedies connected with the planet Saturn and Rahu is considered as very auspicious. But just friends, because of the involvement of Rahu and Mars getting conjunct with Rahu, so whole alignment is kind of making all of us vulnerable. That is the only reason, rather than uploading this video on my usual morning hours, I'm uploading it in the evening hours so that you guys can plan yourself accordingly, because right now you are going to get this video most likely basis your location either on Sunday evening or Monday morning. So the week is going to be freshly getting started for you guys. So initial 2 or 3 days are going to be very sensitive, where if you are going to be put forth in a situation where you have to take some sudden decision, you have to give your final nod or confirmation in any important matter. So try to give attention towards the way energies are taking place in the cosmos, in the astral realm. Because friends, when we talk about the Ardra energy, trust me, Ardra is a very childlike energy where there is a lot of childlike temper, tantrums, unpredictability, sudden transformation. And mind it friends, Ardra is not considered as a very auspicious nakshatra for any financial handling, wise financial handling. Although the good part or the pro side of the Ardra nakshatra is that Ardra is considered as very auspicious for being very observant. So aligning and connecting the Ardra energy with the new moon. So trust me, for going deep within, for any sort of retrospection, meditation, this energy can be best utilized in your advantage. But when we talk about taking some impulsive, reckless, sudden decision, you're already going through some sort of and legal battles or any of the difficult conflicting situation at the work front. So refrain from giving your outburst during this time. So okay friends, now we will just try to look at briefly that basis all the lagnas, all the ascendants, in which way or in which specific area of life you have to remain very cautious, because all the alignments are indicating towards some sudden impulsive outburst and development for all of us. So now friends, for all the Aries Lagna people, so now friends, in your case, now whether you are a Aries rising or you are a Aries moon person, friends, in your case, this new moon is going to be taking place in the matters of your third house. And as you can fairly see, just a day before, like the lord of the Ardra, Rahu, would have got conjunct with your ascendant lord right over there in your first house. So friends, trust me, the force of energy is going to be very high. You have to remain very cautious. The way you deal with your people in your vicinity, within your friend circle, any important thing, if you have been planning to initiate on specifically on the Tuesday at the time of the rise or the predomination of this new moon energy, you have to do that very cautiously. Take advice of the expert people all around you and try to remain very calm, specifically while dealing with your friends, with your siblings, or while initiating any important thing. Now friends, for all the Taurus people, so now friends, in your case, this new moon energy is going to be influencing the matters of your second house. I have already cleared this thing, because friends, in your case, the Mars and the Rahu conjunction would have taken place in your 12th house just a day before, and afterwards friends, this alignment taking place in the second house is kind of creating a very vulnerable energy. Any important financial decision, if you can avoid it, or at least for a day or two, it will be much better. The second thing is that friends, even in the matters of your speech or while dealing with any of the people who are very close to you or any important family decision making, if that is getting qualified in your case, try to do that with proper caution, proper care. Try to be in that relaxed mindset rather than getting agitated and giving outburst. And also friends, because new moon energy, depending on the state and dignity of the moon in your natal chart, many times it takes us very deep within. Sometimes it make people pessimistic, depressive, mood swings, melancholiness. So just try to keep your mood swings completely in check, in command, and any important matter of the finances, of important family life and all of that needs to be taken with a lot of contemplation. Rather, it would be better if you can postpone it for Wednesday. Now friends, for all the Gemini people, so now friends, in your case, this alignment is going to be taking place right over there in your first house. So you are the epicenter or focal point of all the disturbance which the whole zodiac belt is going to be experiencing. I'm so sorry on that. So now friends, like just because friends, in your case, the lord of the Ardra is going to be getting conjunct with Mars straight right over there in your like 11th house. So energy friends is very turbulent. So I would say that first of all, give heightened care towards your health. Second thing is that friends, let's say for example, if you are in any sort of leadership role, you are working in the fields of politics, top management and everything, like you have to give presentation, you are the face of any brand, any company, any department. So you have to remain very cautious, very careful, because any outburst, any wrong decision making, any wrong judgment done by you, taken by you, will make you accountable. So over here you have to remain extra cautious, specifically on the matters of your health, on the matters of your protecting, guarding your public image. And I would say that even while dealing with any friends or working on any, like if you are a part of any big corporation or something, so try to not be in this mode of coming to conclusion, giving your nod, or getting into straight conflict with people. The more you will be on the back foot and be in that observant mode, the better it is going to be for you, specifically till the time the predomination of this new moon energy is going to be there till the end of the Tuesday. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Cancer people, so now friends, in your case, this is going to be taking place in your 12th house. So now friends, I will be very honest with you guys, because I have said this thing so many times, because friends, like Cancer people, whether no matter in which sign, in which nakshatra any alignment is taking place, like whether we talk about new moon, full moon, eclipses or anything, you guys get influenced or impacted a lot. Second thing is that friends, because just because guys, in your 10th house there is a lot of churning up which is taking place. So I do not want you to create the castles in your own mind of your fears, of your insecurities or something, because that is what Rahu loves to do. So I'm telling you very honestly, the time on Monday and Tuesday is going to be turning out like that. Things might not be as bad as it appear to be. So try not to be taking out important action or releasing statement, signing documents only on the basis of your assumptions or on your perception. So try to get to the deeper side of the facts, checking the stats and reality, figures and numbers before reacting or giving your final say on any matter. And also friends, for anything to do with the meditation, yoga, any therapy or rejuvenating practices and all of that, the energy seems to be very much favorable for you. But again friends, regarding the matters of the expenses or anything to do with the insecurities and anxieties, that might be at its peak at specifically on Mondays, and the peak is going to be on Tuesday, so guard your energies. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Leo people. So now friends, in your case, this new moon energy is going to be influencing the matters of your 11th house. So now friends, as you know this thing, that 11th house which represents our networking, our socialization, our vision, our goals, and this is also the house of our progress and incoming gains. So I would say friends that to begin with, this is not a very good alignment to be acting out of impulse in any sort of group setting. Like many times what happen is that we tend to remain very vigilant, very alert while dealing with these strangers, but we tend to act a little bit careless and kind of leaving things on destiny, on trust while dealing with friends and all of that. So try not to follow that approach, specifically on Mondays and Tuesdays. Second thing is that friends, because this is also the house of our goals, our vision. So let's say for example, if things have not been progressing as per your vision, as per your preparation lately, so try not to act or feel pessimistic, depressive, melancholic. So you have to guard your energies on that front as well. And lastly friends, for all those people who have their own business or you work in a very fast paced environment and all of that, so try not to press other people who are working with you on a same project, or even to your partners, your clients, your vendors and everything. So try to be at mellowed, at peace the way you could be, because friends, 11th house energy is about our behavior which tend to take place in a group setting. So try not to become a reason for any sort of embarrassment, because energies are going to be making you a little bit vulnerable in the matters of the 11th house, on specifically at the time of this upcoming new moon. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Virgo people. So now friends, in your case, this new moon energy is going to be taking place in your 10th house. Second thing is that friends, just a day before Mars would have transited to your 8th house, and it is going to get conjunct with Rahu. So trust me friends, at your workplace the energy is like a ticking time bomb. Now again, I want to be very clear over here, this explosion can also take place in your advantage as well. The weekly energy which I have explained at the time when I was explaining the weekly horoscope and all of that, the energy is kind of happening a lot in your favor, specifically on the work front. But the energy is sensitive to such an extent that this could be some sudden recognition, sudden accomplishment, receiving all sort of accolades and support from your bosses, a job which you have been chasing, a client which you have been chasing for a long time. Suddenly things can materialize. But again friends, when we talk about the energies of the 10th house and the 8th house, there is a lot of turbulent and unpredictability attached over there. So the only one thing which I want to say over here is that try to remain as humble, as alert, as cautious as you could be while dealing with any matter of your professional life. Now this could be regarding your bosses, this could be your juniors, this could be your colleagues, this could be the work which is assigned to you, allotted to you. So try to remain very alert, very cautious over there. And let's say for example friends, if things have not been happening to your liking from the past couple of days, so just try to keep yourself well guarded, protected from any sort of negativity, keep your morale high. This is just a energy of a day or two only. Afterwards things can still work out in your favor, but specifically on Tuesday you have to remain at guard of all of your behavior at the work front. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Libra people. So now friends, in your case, this new moon energy is going to be influencing the matters of your 9th house. So now friends, I will be very honest with you guys, this energy is kind of giving rise to a very strong spiritual, religious elevation kind of yoga. So I would say any sort of religious austerity, praying to your Ishta Devta, to the faith or the God you have strong faith or belief in, taking out time at the time of this new moon alignment, exact conjunction of the degrees, doing meditation, japa can actually bring very strong spiritual clarity or spiritual elevation in your subconsciousness. Also friends, like this could also give rise to some sort of disappointment in the matters of the ninth house. Now let's say for example, if you're in that stage of the life that you're undergoing any high school or college where your teachers, your mentors have a strong say in your lives running around right now, or you are working under the guidance of a teacher or a spiritual teacher, so any of that sort, so try not to get into any sort of conflict or argument with any of the matters of the ninth house. Now this could be getting into argument or feeling disappointed with towards your father. This could be towards the teachers, guru, or even the overall, like, see friends, when we talk about the progress and the hopefulness, so that is something which we get from individually from Jupiter, from the ninth house, and somehow from the 11th house. But majorly it's the ninth house which keeps us driven and hopeful towards the future. So let's say for example, even if the things have not been turning out in your favor as per your liking, so rather than sulking out in negativity, feeling despondent and all of that, try to channelize your energy towards yoga, meditation, as you know this thing that the new moon energy is considered as very auspicious for any sort of religious or spiritual austerity. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Scorpio people. So now friends, in your case, this new moon energy is going to be influencing the matters of your 8th house. So now friends, one thing which I want to say it very clearly in a very transparent way is that you have to remain very cautious. Guys, I have heard many times from people saying this thing that it's a part of my lifestyle, you know, having 1 or 2 drinks and then driving back to work, or it's like voluntary usage of drugs or something. Trust me friends, the alignment is getting formed in a way that I don't care whether this is a part of your lifestyle or this is the demand or requirement of your job or something, but alignment is actually making you very vulnerable. So it will be more advisable that strictly refrain from alcohol, non-vegetarian food, any sort of indulgences. The more sattvic you could be on this day, the better it is going to be for you. Otherwise, all the alignments are indicating towards some conflict, dispute, argument, problem. So I would say that it will be better that if you remain very sattvic on this day. Second thing is that friends, just because you're because friends, I'm not only taking into consideration the alignment which is getting formed in the transit, in the cosmos, in the astral realm, in the matters of your 8th house, but also your ascendant lord would have already gotten into your 6th house, making you very empowered. So many times we do not even realize that the energy and the intensity where we are putting in, that might be digging our grave only. That is only creating more and more problem for us. So that is the only reason friends, I do not want to scare you guys. It's just like that. You have to be on the back foot, try to be as sattvic as possible, and doing the Hanuman Chalisa at the beginning of the Tuesday, or visiting a Lord Hanuman's Mandir, even if that is possible to do that in the morning, that is going to be very advisable for all these Scorpio people. Moving ahead friends, now for all these Sagittarius people. So now friends, in your case, this new moon energy is going to be influencing the matters of your 7th house. So now friends, as you know this thing that 7th house is the prime house of our commercial activity and the relationship. So friends, try to remain very much alert and cautious. Specifically friends, like if you're already going through any of the problems pertaining to these areas, because friends, the energies of the new moon is something which takes us very deep within. Like full moon energy just brings things out, all the latent problems and something, they just come out. But when we talk about the new moon energy, they just try to take us more deeper within. So I would say that if you're already going through these kind of problems pertaining to these areas of commercial, business or relationship, so try to keep yourself motivated, happy and hopeful in these areas, because the energies might try to pull you down. The second thing is that friends, because even in your case friends, just a day before, Mars would have entered your 5th house. So there is definitely going to be a lot of quickness in your thought process, or energy or intensity in your brain, in your mind, in your thought process. But it will be more advisable that if you are straight away connected with these areas, that you are about to finalize any matrimonial thing, or you are in a very fast paced business or job or something. So try to keep things little bit simple. And because friends, when we talk about the energies of the 7th house, many times if it's not getting applicable in the matrimonial aspect of the life, so it might many times it gives rise to all those kind of conflicts, that suddenly you burst out on someone in a transit, in a bus, in a subway, in a mall. So I would say that try to keep your temper, your behavior in control, and taking out time for doing meditation or specifically recitation of Hanuman Chalisa in the morning can be seen as a very good way of channelizing the energy of this new moon. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Capricorn people, so now friends, in your case as well, this new moon energy is going to be influencing the areas or the matters of your 6th house. So again friends, try to refrain from any impulsive outburst in the matters of your daily work life. Like specifically if you are connected with the any corporate job, any service industry, if that is getting qualified in your case, and specifically for all those people who are already going through any sort of lawsuit problem, any of the concerns of the debts or health related concerns and all of that friends, so try not to sulk too deep within, because friends, full moon energy brings out things outward, like all the latent things and dormant things comes out. And when we talk about the new moon, the concern is that if you're already going through some depression, some problem, some energy of conflict, the new moon intensity, and that too during this time in this month's new moon, which is very intense in nature, it might take you deep within, like turning you into melancholy, depressive, outburst. So try to refrain from all those kind of actions, and recitation of Hanuman Chalisa in the morning can be seen as a very good way of dealing with this new moon energy. And friends, any of the matters of the 6th house, like any of the ongoing lawsuit related concern at work front, you have to make some important changes, take some important decision and all of that. So if you can postpone it for a day, better it is going to be for you, because friends, after the new moon, once the moon will start waxing up, its energy is going to be very strong and a lot in your favor. Moving ahead friends, now for all the Aquarius people, so now friends, in your case, this new moon energy is going to be influencing the matters of your 5th house. Now friends, I have said this thing so many times that whether you talk about the 9th house or the 5th house, whenever these houses get straight away influenced and they come in the purview of any sensitive, volatile planetary configuration, they tend to create a very positive energy for any spiritual practice. So trust me, whatsoever god or devta you have your faith in, whomsoever you see as your Isht Devta, doing japa, doing meditation and taking spiritual refuge at the time of the predomination of this new moon can be seen as a very good time or good way of channelizing this new moon energies. Because friends, otherwise if you do not have any spiritual or religious refuge, this can actually make your energies go haywire, because 5th house also tells about our mental faculties. So like feeling suddenly anxious, agitated, depressive, not finding any hope or direction. So this is how the planetary vibration can create the aura or the environment around you. So this is the only thing friends which I want to say, that even specifically in the matters of like whether it's about parenting, whether it's about any important artistic or creative work, or whether when we talk about your relationship with your partner or within the love or romantic relationship and all of that, so you have to remain very cautious. Refrain from any outburst, your self preconceived notions, your judgments, because otherwise it is just going to spoil your relationship with people around you. And lastly friends, for all the Pisces people, so now friends, in your case, this new moon energy is going to be influencing the matters of your 4th house. So now friends, a 4th house which tells about our deeper inner emotional state. So definitely friends, anxiety, feeling agitated, emotional vulnerability is going to be at its peak. And it becomes more important that if you are in that stage or in that phase of the life, that you are a spokesperson of any important body, governing body, or you are the head of your any big organization. So many times what happens is that when these kind of energies straight away impact or influence our 4th house, we end up speaking something or pouring out our emotions which is not very healthy for us or for our professional sphere, or in order to maintain that integrity and harmony with the people within our circle of influence. So try to refrain those outbursts of the emotions. Also friends, if you are in that stage that you have to take some important decision straight away connected with the matters of your domestic life, your family life, so if you can even postpone it for a day, the better it is going to be for you. And lastly friends, any sort of retreat and connection with the nature, taking out time for doing yoga, doing meditation, and keeping the day a little bit light and relaxed is something which I want to advise for all the Pisces moon sign and the Pisces Lagna people. So this is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this upcoming new moon energy taking place in the Ardra Nakshatra within the Gemini sign. For furthermore updates and notifications on the divine signs of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page.